Hi, I'm Steve Wilder,
And I'm Dan Wilder.
and this is something new from Sorensen Wilder and Associates. We want to welcome everybody to the first of what will be many future podcasts that we'll be putting together.
Steve, why don't you introduce yourself and tell them a little bit about your background?
Okay. Um, well, my name's Steve Wilder. I'm president and CEO of Sorensen Wilder and Associates. My business partner, Chris Sorensen, and I started the company in 1999, I guess unofficially, and it became a full-time venture in 2001. I've been very fortunate. I've been blessed with dual backgrounds. I spent the first 20 years of my career in healthcare risk management. I was a hospital risk manager for 15 years. And then as hospitals became part of bigger healthcare systems, I moved up to the corporate office and spent 5 years as the corporate director of risk management over the long-term care division. In 2001, Chris and I started this company. Initially, we started it out as a healthcare consulting group focusing on safety and security. Over the years, word grew, the company grew, the reputation grew, and we found ourselves working not only with healthcare facilities, but also with schools, with manufacturing facilities, with government entities, with construction companies, with contractors, and really developed a diverse repertoire of clients that we work with. I said I had a dual background. I was also blessed to spend 35 years in the fire service. I started in the fire service in 1977 as a young 18-year-old volunteer. At that time, that's what the town was a small town volunteer department. Spent 31 years with that department as it grew from a small volunteer department to a combination department to a full-time department, and held every rank in the department. I also spent 27 years as a paramedic, and I retired as fire chief in 2008. At the same time, I taught part-time for 25 years at the State Fire Academy at the University of Illinois. But by 2012, I just couldn't wear two hats any longer. And I walked away from the fire service to devote all of my attention to Sorensen Wilder and Associates, or SWA, as we affectionately call it. That's my background. Dan, I'll let you speak for yourself and maybe introduce yourself to the folks listening who don't know you yet.
Sure. As Steve said, my name is Dan. I am the vice president of operations for Sorensen Wilder and Associates. Joined here in 2006 after graduating with a degree in law enforcement and criminal justice. Uh, the original goal in my life was to be a police officer, and all my training and education went towards that goal. But then at the last minute, I decided I'd rather see the world and work with the family business rather than spending my nights in a squad car. So I joined up with them, and I've been working here ever since. Uh, Working with our clients nationwide, helping them create more secure environments through the use of security vulnerability assessments, uh, training with developing workplace violence programs, training with active shooter, and dealing with de-escalation. So, one of the big programs that I run and manage is the Centers of Aggression Management program, and I pretty much travel the country doing that. When I'm not here, my outside life, I'm much like Steve, where I have a dual career as a firefighter with the village of Bradley in Bradley, Illinois. I've been doing that since 2001. I hold the rank of engineer, EMT, and I am a instructor with the state fire marshal's office.
And I think many of our listeners that know me, especially, know I am a man of faith. And people say you've been very lucky. I say no, I've been very blessed. But let me tell you, when you've got a family business, it can be stressful. But the relationship that Dan and I have, we can be honest with each other. You'll notice he does not refer to me as Dad; he refers to me as Steve. Uh, I don't want people looking at him thinking, "Oh, that's Wilder's kid." He's the one that earned the degree. He's the one that's gone on for a lot of additional schooling uh, through the business to build his portfolio of skills and talents, and he deserves his own reputation. So if he calls me Steve, please don't think he's being disrespectful to his dad. That's not the case at all. That's something I asked a long time ago. Now, if he calls me Steve at home, we've got a different issue to deal with. But in the workplace, Dan is my right-hand guy, and it's comforting to know that in the future, that when my age catches up with me and I start to slow down, that Dan will be there to take it over and take it to the next level. Podcasts, Dan, are kind of getting unique. I listen to podcasts every morning at the gym. I find myself listening to them in the mornings when I get ready for work. There's a unlimited supply of podcasts on just about every topic imaginable. You and I have talked about doing this for a long time. I think we've got some exciting podcasts on the agenda for going down the road. Bringing in subject matter experts, bringing in clients to talk about their experiences and what's worked for them and what hasn't. We're a lot of good things happening. Where do you see the use of podcasts going as it becomes a tool that we are able to offer to our clients as a resource at no cost?
Well, Steve, I think, a lot of this is just what you said. It's bringing in subject matter experts and giving people 15, 20 minutes of knowledge, places that may not be able to uh, see all of our training right off the bat, but may be able to sit down and listen to something for 15 or 20 minutes and get a flavor for what we do and some of our knowledge base, and then just give people some things to think about and things to walk away from after hearing us. So
That's very well said, and we will have these on our website, SWA, the number 4, and the word safety.com. And there will be a client portal out there, but we're going to set the client portal up so that even if you're not a client of SWA, you can still access the podcasts and hopefully find answers to your questions and get ideas from not only our own in-house staff, but also from clients and subject matter experts that we work with around the nation who have already committed to us that they would love to be a part of this process. Dan, in terms of frequency, you're kind of running this program. How often do you see the podcast being updated?
well, Steve, I would like to say, right now, getting this out on a monthly basis, getting a couple of them out a month would be great, and I think that's something that we could probably very easily commit to. Uh, we have a lot of ideas moving forward, and we have a lot of great people that are going to support us and come in and be subject matter experts for us. So I think every month or so we can have a couple of them.
I totally agree with you. And I'm so excited about some of the people that are going to be coming out of this. And I really want to point out, too, that these are not just going to be security focused, but we're going to be safety focused as well. And we've got some OSHA people who are going to be a part of this. Again, we're very blessed to have an incredible talent in-house when it comes to safety management. So we'll be looking at security issues as well as safety issues, and we'll look at it across all industry lines. So it's an exciting time. I think it's something that our clients are going to be pretty excited about.
Now, Steve, in the past, we have done our tidbits of safety. We did that. We started that during COVID. We started a website, or I'm sorry, a YouTube link. Is this your vision to also put it on the YouTube link?
It is. I think you'll probably end up seeing our podcasts on YouTube. You'll see them on Spotify. As I said a minute ago, you'll see them on our website in the client portal. We want to make sure that they are accessible to all of our clients and to all of our friends in the industry. We've got a lot of people. You belong to professional associations. I belong to professional associations. And we've both got a lot of contacts who aren't clients, but they're friends of ours and colleagues in the industry. So we want to make sure that it's accessible to everybody.
Excellent, excellent. Uh, Steve, how can our listeners respond to us with questions, comments, or concerns? This would be great to talk about, but we really like to, or at least I would really like to see them being able to ask for topics and getting some feedback from them. So, any suggestions on how they can reach us?
Oh, absolutely. And I agree with you completely again, Dan. We want this to be something that's of value to our clients and our friends. It's no coincidence that our tagline for the company is the friendships that we make is the foundation of our growth. And that's how, as a small business, we survive too. But we want feedback from our clients. We want them to be able to give us suggestions. We want them to be able to ask us questions, and we invite them to challenge us on things as well. Sometimes, two people can look at the same thing through different sets of eyes and see two completely different things. So we want to make sure that there's a couple different ways they can reach us. Number one is through email. And anytime they want to reach us, all they've got to do is drop us an email at SWA the number 4 and the word safety.com. They can call us. We've got a 24-hour hotline. All of our existing clients and new clients get our 800 number. And that's kind of an emergency response line for after-hour emergencies. But it's also a service line as well. So if they have an idea and they want to call the 800 number. That's 800-568-2931. Or we're also, SWA is out there on Twitter at Sorensen Wilder, one word. And we also have a Facebook page under Sorensen Wilder and Associates. So there's plenty of ways to get a hold of us. The main thing is we want your feedback. We want to know, what can we bring you to make this a greater value to you? And that's what it's really all about, is being a service-based podcast, if you will, that meets the needs of our friends, our clients, and the industries.
Great. Thank you, Steve. I think also once we start putting these on our YouTube page, you'll be able to like and subscribe, which will alert you and notify you when new videos come out. It'll also have a comment section for you guys to put questions or comments or things of that nature as well. So,
Exactly.
Steve, do you have anything else that you'd like to tell our
No, this
our
was
audience?
this is the first one we're recording. I think it's giving people an idea of what we're doing and why we're doing it and what they can expect. And we will keep putting them out there and making them available to people. Again, we want to do it at no cost. This isn't a money-making thing. We just want to be able to get current information, current events. We've seen, unfortunately, everybody's heads are still spinning after the recent tragedy in Texas. And we'll be talking about events. We're going to be talking about ways to minimize risk. We're going to be talking about ways to control our vulnerabilities, to limit our vulnerabilities, talking about those chinks in the armors. A lot of different things we'll be looking at. Our goal is that no podcast is going to go more than 15 or 20 minutes. And we want to make it something special. We're not working from scripts here or anything like that. This is just industry professionals talking. So I appreciate everybody listening. We'll have a lot more coming. Stay tuned.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Stay safe.
Bye-bye, everyone.